What's up? What's up? It is another beautiful day in the neighborhood, baby. Hope everybody out there doing blessed. Hope you're doing wonderful. Hope you're doing your best. Hope you're doing better. Hope you are practicing healthier and wealthier habits on this day. And why not smile? Even if you're not in the best mood, smile. I promise it'll cheer you up. Oh man, what we been going on these past 3 days? We did 3 parts to just self-reflection? Man. 3 parts to self-reflection. And just to kind of recap on those, man. Part 1, I just really briefed over it. Going into self-reflection, just saying that, you should start documenting after yourself and just taking notes on, what your pursuit is. And another thing I mentioned in that first video was being careful and getting in the trap of a unnecessary competition with other people. I said unnecessary. I didn't say that competition wasn't good or anything like that, because it's healthy to have some competition, don't get me wrong. But unnecessary competition is just what it is, unnecessary. So I went into that and not how to, but just, you want to do your best to avoid getting in that mindset, whether it's being on social media or what. This dude, I just drove past this dude. This dude is literally walking his dog. Let me tell you how he's walking his dog. He's walking his dog in a walker. So when the dogs get too good for, I digress. People love their dogs more than human beings, so I'm not gonna go into that. But anyways, that was the first video. The second video, I went more into detail. It was more on the sense of accountability and just being accountable for you and what you do and what you are in pursuit of, right? Third video, I just went ham. I just wanted to make another part 3 video on self-reflection, because self-reflection is key, I believe if more people did self-reflection, I think, oh shit, I don't think I was supposed to turn there. I turned there by accident prematurely. But anyways, I think if more people did, self-reflection as an individual to add on to their culture and their, and their, in their community, and add that individual behavior, and then help transfer that into the community, and into the culture. A lot of the promises that are for particular cultures will be fulfilled. That's just how I see it. That's my opinion. So the third one, I just went crazy. I went bananas. So the question is, what are we touching on today? We went on self-reflection, part 1, part 2, part 3. Went bananas. So, L, what are we on today? That's a good question. Because coming off self-reflection is hard. Because like I was saying, self-reflection can show you consistency, can show you discipline, show you your mishaps, show you your good haps. Self-reflection just like that. We just summed it all up. But let's get into this this art of believing. Art of believing. The art of believing. Because having a belief, a strong belief, and sticking to that belief, it's not that easy. And here's why I say that. right? Because in order to believe, you don't have to know. You don't have to know. All right? Because once you know something, there's no longer to believe it, because you know it. You know, it doesn't have to be a belief. I wish these people would turn the right way. I wish sorry guys, that just threw me off. Dude just cut me off, but sorry. People can't drive down here in South Florida sometimes. But anyways, I digress. But the art of believing, right? So once you know something, you know it. You ain't gotta believe it. Like, you don't believe 1 + 1 is 2, you know 1 + 1 = 2. Right? It's mathematics. It's a thing that can be proven. Right? So when you get into the art of believing, you really have to detach yourself from reality, in a sense. And you have to live in the metaphysical or the spiritual world, right? That's what you have to do in the state of believing. Because now we're taking something that is unseen, believing this thing into existence or into a thought, an idea, in order to add a process to that idea or that thought or that belief, in order to manifest it. In order to manifest that thought or belief, right? So for instance, person says, man, that man, he got $1 million. I don't even want to, just make it about money. Forget it. He got $1 million, so I can make $1 million. That's not true. Just because he got $1 million don't mean that you can make $1 million. It don't mean that you can. Just because he did it. Now you see how I worded that? Just because he did it don't mean you can do it. You can do it if you believe that you can do it, if you believe in yourself that you can do it, but you can't do it just because he did it. See that? You see the difference in that terminology? Because one thing we have to remember is that, and that was one of the things I hit on self-reflection, because that's that competition, unnecessary competition. When you get into that sense of, man, this is great, man, we're going into the art of believing right off self-reflection. So look, the art of believing. So you'll say to yourself, man, if he can do it, I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it better. You know the song, right? If he can do it, I can do it better. Now, is that song about belief, or is that song about going into a competitive world that you probably ain't even prepared for? Think about it. Just because somebody doing something don't mean you can do it better. But if you believe that you can do it better, and you are willing to do to be better, then you can definitely be better. But you gotta have the belief first. Just because you say you can because he could or she could, no. There's no way. Right? I ain't even gonna say there's no way. That's just my opinion. There is a way. A lot of people say that, they feel like, oh, they did it so they can do it. No, that's not the case, because really what's going on unconsciously is that a belief is being kindled in your unconsciousness. Whether you say the word belief, your unconscious mind has to believe something. Something has to transpire consciously or unconscious. And for a belief to transpire, for you to say that you can do something better than somebody else, a belief has to transpire in your mind. Once that belief transpires, it turns into faith, and then you have to put that faith into work. Not just any work, doing, right? in that particular area. So just because somebody's out here doing something, people, don't get it twisted and believe that you can do it. Now, I mean, say that you can do it without necessarily believing that you can do it. Because it's a lot of people out here that's talking that they can do this, they can do that, but they're not truly believing in themselves. Right? Not truly believing in themselves. Some people get money or are successful in certain areas of their life, not because of a belief sometimes. It's just because they're just working. They're just putting in the work. They're just putting in the work. They're not believing in any type of way. You know? They're not believing in any type of way. They just believe if they work, everything else will be good. Right? That's all they believe in is work. They not believing in getting better. They ain't believing in this. They ain't believing in that. They just working. Work. And they can achieve these things. So, and that goes back to the art of belief. You don't necessarily have to have belief in order to be successful. Let me say that again. You do not have to have belief in order to be successful. Because you can know everything in that particular field and be successful. Meaning that you don't have to believe if you know. If you know the algorithm and you know the fluctuations in the market, you can predict accurately, precisely, that on which way the market is going to go. Not only that, if you are in control, you know which way the market is going, because you manipulate it to go there. Now this is the process of knowing. When belief isn't, the art of belief isn't even it's already been in the equation, but you already have canceled it out because now your belief is turned into a knowing or a knowledge of something. All right? Then we put that knowledge into work and we get wisdom, right? So, look, yeah, when you are in this state of believing, understand that you are almost in a state of unknown, but you believe. It says exactly what it says. You are believing in an entity, right? Or a substance, a body, or something, right? You're having what's the word I'm looking for? You're having a connection with a particular thought or a particular outside force to the point where it stirs up some type of chemical reaction in you for you to say, I believe, listen to how I say this, I believe I can do that. Or you just say, I can do that, right? Right? So in that process, it turns into a belief. And in that art of believing, you go into the know, or the knowing, the knowledge, the knowing. And in the art of believing, in this process, we want to do our best to get to the knowing. We want to get to, okay, if I do this, I know this is going to happen. We don't want to be in that state of believing. I believe it's going to happen. Please, 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 having faith with the works. Once we have, faith is never going nowhere. Faith is a part of believing. Faith is a part of knowing. Because just because you know something don't mean it's going to turn out that way. Remember that. But you know it. So, and it's the same thing with believing. Just because you believe that you can do something don't mean that that is for you. Or believe that's something good don't mean that it's good, right? So in the art of believing, we're trying to transform believing into knowing, and then knowing, of course, into experience and wisdom. So in this belief, in this art of belief, we know faith is there because faith is the common denominator of everything that we want to work toward. So belief, once we get this belief, right? Well, I believe that I'ma be a millionaire. Just using money for an example. I'm not saying that this is your pursuit or mine for that instance. All right, I believe I can make $1 million, right? You see how I said I believe I can make $1 million. You still got to figure out the how, what, when, where, and who. Right? You're just saying I believe I can make $1 million. Come on, people, what are y'all doing? Y'all speak, y'all gonna come on? You're just saying I believe I can make $1 million. There's no process in that belief. There's no process in that belief. So as we are transforming this art of belief into the knowing, right? Oh, they driving all type of bad. Into the knowing, I just hope they get to where they gotta go on time and safe. It's a holiday, so I'm trying to figure out where they going. It's Martin Luther King Day. But sorry guys. But when we're transforming this art of believing, right, into knowing, like I said, I believe I can get $1 million, right? I believe I can get $1 million, but there's no plan associated with that. There's no system associated with that. So now what we got to do from this belief, now we got to get this belief on paper. Not only on paper, but now we got to research. We got to feed this belief. This is the art of believing. The art of believing. Please like the video if you heard anything that helped you out so far. The art of believing. First, we got to get this belief. We got to put this belief in the system. Because the only way we can transform a belief into a knowing or a know, right, is that we put this belief on paper, we put this belief in the system, and then in this whole process, we're doing our what? Due diligence. Listen to what I said. Due diligence. Because we're going to turn this, that's what we're going to turn this belief into a do. Now, I mean a knowing, and then that knowing, from that knowing, we're going to do. All right? So we have to do our due diligence. We have to do our due diligence, all right? So due diligence, same thing as research. And whatever particular field, industry, niche that you're looking to take part in, right? So we're getting our belief on paper now, right? We say, I believe I can get $1 million. So the question is, what is it going to take to get $1 million? And then you got to ask yourself, well, I believe I can get $1 million, but how long? Within a year? 4 years? 3 years? 10 years? How fast? Right? How fast we looking to get this $1 million bucks? Okay? So let's get this belief on paper. Once we get this belief on paper, we setting up a system. We setting up a system through our due diligence process. So during this due diligence process of this belief, right? We getting notes on everything. Education is key to anything that we trying to pursue in life, right? So we getting educated. We writing it down. We taking notes. We making sure what we hit in those past 3 videos, self-reflect. In this process, we self-reflect and we making sure our belief is staying consistent, right? Our belief is staying consistent. We writing our system down on paper. We're learning from others that have done it before, right? Or people that have already studied that field. See where I'm going? So we get this belief on paper. Getting this belief on paper. Come on, police. See you on your motorcycle. We getting this belief on paper. Once we get this belief on paper, right? We systematic everything. We broke it down. How we gonna get the 100? How we gonna get the million? How we gonna reach a million bucks? Right? 10 years, we want $1 million. Okay, no problem. That's $100,000 a year. Boom. For the next 10 years, we need to make $8 grand plus a month in order to reach our million within the next 10 years. I just wanted to keep it basic, so I just kept everything ones and zeros. So you see how that worked? Breaking it down. So now your belief is on paper. Your whole belief system. The art of believing, your art of believing, whatever you believing in, or that belief at that time, or that belief in that particular industry, or that belief in that particular field, right? We got it on paper. It's structured. Right? We got the ideal on paper. It's structured. The systems. Right? Once we do that, we still don't know. We still don't know. Even though we researched everything. We researched everything. We don't know. We have the knowledge, right? We got the knowledge because we're consuming the information. But what I say we got to turn this into a knowing. A knowing. So we get this knowledge. Once we get this system, our belief system on paper, on the process of the pursuit of $1 million. That's our example for right now. We say in 10 years we want $1 million. It's $100,000 a year. That's $8,000 plus a month. All right. We got our system. We got how we're going to achieve the $8,000 a month. Right. Breaking it down into weeks. Okay. Once we got this, now it's time to test. This is where it gets good. Because now you get to see the belief transform. You get to see the belief flower. Belief is just like it's the stem coming out the ground. The root is already there. That's faith. The seed planted. We got faith in the soil. We got faith is gonna rain. Faith in the sunlight is gonna come. We just in a dark place. All we got is faith. You get what I'm saying? Faith do it all. We got faith. Whether we working or we not working, it's faith there. You get what I'm saying? Whether dead or alive, faith is there. So that's your seed in the ground. Once that thing start to sprout, and that thing come up, boom, break it, hit the light. Now it is in a state of believing. That's what state we want to get to. Once we start to test, that's how we know now, okay, now we in STEM stage. We're in STEM stage. Feel me? We see the sunlight. We see it. How we see it? Because we testing now. We're taking the due diligence, taking diligence off and just doing now. You get what I'm saying? So now we doing the testing. We doing the testing. So we testing. First month you hit only 1,000. Do whatever you're doing. No matter what you're doing, however you're getting the money, right? First month only 1,000. Second month you only hit 1,000 again. Now this third month you hit about 2,500, right? You hit 2,500. Now our goal is 8,000 plus a month for the next 10 years, right? We're at third month we at 2,500. So we came up 1,000. Now this fourth month, 3 months we've been consistent. That's 90 days. Well, it ain't really 90 days. More like, right around 90 days. So going on to this fourth month, you see things completely change for you. You've been consistent 3 months. You got recurring clients now. You invested some of your money back into your marketing. You reinvested your money back into the business, right? So this next month, you hit your goal of $8,000. You hit $8,000, $8,059 to be exact, right? Fourth month in. All right, fifth month, you hit 5. After the 6th month, you're grossing, or your net income is anywhere between $7,500 and $8,500 a month. Once we get there to the point of consistency, of that cash flow coming in, all right, now we know something. Now we got something. See where I'm going? I know this video was super long today, super duper, but I think you guys, kind of see which direction I'm going down with the videos. But the art of believing, and how to turn your belief into a know, and a knowing through the process. I can only and again, this is only my opinion. If I said something that you agree with, or that that you can take home with you, please like the video. But again, this is my opinion. This isn't anything that I say go do, test, whatever. That's up to you. Everybody has their ways and whatnot. So, but if you're looking to turn a belief into a no, where you don't have to say, no, I don't believe in that. I know that for a fact. Because you've done your testing. Please try this process. All I'm saying is try the process. It works for me in small ways. My goal, I'm over trying to be a millionaire, 100,000-aire, this, that, and the third. You get what I'm saying? I'm over the financial and the capitalistic society. Me personally, I'm over it, man. I'm over it. So what I like to do is, I like to, in small ways, I like to put it to test. My belief system, my faith, my knowing, my knowledge, and my wisdom. And I like to put it to test in different areas of my life. So far, art in areas of my day, it's the different things you can play, or different things that you can do, exercises that you can do, where you can just you can work on your belief, you can work on your faith. These are things that you can work on. Everybody doesn't have the capacity to just believe. Believe in themselves, believe in other people, believe that it's gonna work out. Believe that they're gonna get through whatever it is that they're going through. People wasn't brought up like that. So I think this message is very, very important for people that they come up, with any type of, spiritual core, spiritual foundation, that don't understand the concept of faith, belief. Even though we're in the information age, some people are still not privy. I'll go on a video similar to this, just trying to learn and educate myself, and it only has, 50K views, 150K views, 250K views, and I look at that as like, man, wow, really? You know what I'm saying? It's more people in the city I live in than that's viewing this video, and this video is global, so that shows you about the amount of people that's really partaking in certain industries and certain niches, and then just that's just familiar with certain things. So the art of believing, I'm not gonna hold you any longer. If you got any type of benefit out of this video, please please subscribe to the channel. A lot more consistent. We dropping every day. We dropping something every day. By the end of this year, I'm gonna have over probably 400 videos, man. It's gonna be crazy. But the art of believing, coming off of it, right off self-reflection. So look, we might do a part 2 in the art of believing. Now we ain't even gonna do a part 2 because we're gonna go into the art of knowing, the art of knowledge, and how to cipher through knowledge and find the consistencies in it. That's what we're gonna do next. Because that's pretty big, especially in building systems for yourself and different things like that, man. Because we need it, man, out here in the world, man. We need it. It's like, you know, we got all these gurus out here now. You know what I'm saying? Guru. I'm not a guru. And somebody called me out on that, man. I was doing my thing with 90%, you know, success is 90% mental, 10% action. And a lot of people gonna disagree with that, but I don't care, right? So somebody called me out, right? Somebody like, oh, he work at home and stay at Hyundai, selling cars or whatever, fake guru. I'm like, bro, I'm nobody's guru. I'm telling you stuff that work for me. You get what I'm saying? For me, that's it. So I don't want nobody coming on here thinking I'm guru specialist. Nah, you following me, there's a disclaimer. It might work, it might not work, but that's for everything in life. You get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Please, you know, please don't, please don't take for granted, and you know, and just take notes, and just, you know, don't take it too serious, but just do your best in the, you know, and in this particular field, believing or not. In the last video, self-reflection. I mean, there's no one way of doing things. It's the beauty of life. You can do things however you want to do them. It's your choice. Remember that. It's always your choice. So, not gonna hold you any longer. I am out, T. I'm almost to the crib. So I will see y'all later, man. Peace, love, happiness. Be safe. Be smart. I guess. But always be healthy and be wealthier. Be wiser. And I love you guys. Peace.